Today I'm here to review a piece of hardware that I've spent a significant amount of time with, and that is the PSP Go. So the Go released in October of 2009, just a few months ago, and to be honest, it wasn't really well received. A lot of people don't really like the idea of the Go, and that has a lot to do with the fact that Sony has ditched their little UMDs, okay, the little discs that you put into the original PSPs. In the Go, the UMDs no longer exist. There's no such thing as UMDs. Basically, all of your games and everything is downloaded through PSN or through your computer. So I thought I'd give you an overview of the PSP Go. This is the Pro White version, which I absolutely love. I think the finish on this is simply amazing. The first thing you're probably going to notice is the nice looking screen right here. And while it is smaller than the previous PSP systems, I have to say for the size of this handheld, it's a great fit. The colors pop. The screen is amazing. I really do like it. I want to say it looks better than the other PSP systems, but I know that's probably not true. But it looks amazing. Down here you have your headphone jack, and over here you have your USB connector where you can plug it into a wall to charge it. You can plug it into your PC to transfer games onto your PSP Go, and the same thing goes for the PS3. Over here you have your wireless switch. So if you want wireless off or you want wireless on, right here you have your M2 memory card stick where you can stick it in here. You know, I do have a problem with Sony changing the format of the memory cards. That does suck. You know, it doesn't have the same Pro Duo stick that the other PSP systems use. So that is really a big bummer, and that's really silly for Sony to just change things up like that. Up here you have your speakers, which sound amazing, especially with the headphones. When you're playing with headphones, I think it sounds awesome. Here is the PlayStation home button. Basically, it's very similar to the home button on the PS3 controller. Over here we have the power switch and hold. Up top is your triggers, your left and right triggers. You have a button to brighten up the screen to make it brighter or to make it dimmer. Your volume controls and your music. One of the cool things about the PSP Go is the fact that it has this whole slide function. You know, you slide up the screen, which feels amazing. It's really sturdy. Slide that up and that reveals the directional pads, the face buttons, the analog nub, and the start and select buttons. Now right here, the analog nub, I know you're probably thinking it's in this weird place, and I honestly thought it wasn't going to be comfortable. But after playing numerous amounts of games with it, it feels really good. I actually do like the placement of these buttons and the triggers. I think everything feels more sturdy compared to my PSP 2000. The buttons aren't as clicky. One difference is probably the games, and that's the most notable. Of course, you don't have the UMD category anymore. You have the system storage, which holds all of your games, and the system comes with 16 gigabytes, but once you start it up, it has 14, so you're missing 2 of those gigabytes. And this basically holds all of your games in there. Now, I'm not personally looking to download big name titles on my Go. I just want, you know, PS1 classics, a few smaller games that I might have missed when they were released a while ago. The newest one I have is Hammering Hero, which is actually pretty fun. It's actually a pretty fun game. Another cool thing you could do is game sharing. You guys can see that you can share your game. So let's say I want to take Spyro the Dragon and I want to put it onto my PSP 2000. I could actually do that, and I can put it onto my PS3 as well, which I thought was pretty cool. So yeah, it has the same old setup. You have the PlayStation Store. This is where you will be purchasing all of your games. Everything works seamlessly. If you don't have access or Wi-Fi, then you can definitely plug everything up through your PC, which works just as well. One other cool little function that the PSP Go has is the fact that you can basically pause your game anywhere. You don't have to wait to go to a save point or anything like that. So let's boot up Ridge Racers. And, you know, so I can show you guys how cool this little function is. Okay, so I got the game booted up, and let's say I'm playing in between my lunch break or whatever, and I have to go back into work. I could just simply press the home button, and I could pause the game. I have the option of pausing or quitting the game. Let's just say I want to pause it because I'm going to get back to it in a few minutes. Tells me to wait. And I could close the system up like that. It's pretty cool. Really cool feature. If I want to get back to that, all I have to do is go to resume game. I think that's a really awesome thing, and it just adds to the portability of the Go. I have very mixed feelings about this. I love the fact that it's such a sleek looking piece of hardware. I mean, it's just absolutely stunning. It's beautiful, fits really well in my hands, and it's just so stylish. But the fact that it's $250 is a little off-putting. I mean, that's a lot of money to spend on something that's not going to play your UMDs. I also have a problem with the fact that in the PlayStation Store, the downloads are so expensive. What happened to the discount? I want to know. The fact that you're not getting the actual disc deserves some type of discount. Another problem I have is the fact that it does take a while to download these games. Now, I could probably be, if I was really impatient, I could probably just download the games onto the PS3 and then, you know, transfer the PS3 games onto the Go through the little USB connector. But while I'm not trying to download huge games, because I'm just looking for smaller games, older games, I really haven't had a problem with it. But I can see the biggest thing that I've downloaded has been close to a gig, and it took me, I want to say, about 35 minutes, which is kind of crazy. But if you can look past all of that, the PSP Go really is a handheld that has a lot of potential, and I really am digging it. The fact that it looks so great and feels so great is definitely a plus. Not to mention the fact that it really is a portable handheld system. You don't have to carry around a bunch of those crazy UMDs. Everything is already on here. It's just a matter of getting to the game that you want to play at that moment. Not to mention, the load times are a lot faster on here compared to on the actual, you know, the older PSP systems. It doesn't take as long to load games, which is a plus, just because you don't have the UMD and it's not spinning. It's kind of hard to recommend the Go at the retail price of $250, but I can say keep your eyes out. Maybe there'll be some type of sale or whatever, and you could get it for a bit cheaper, because it really is a cool, nice little gadget that if you're a sucker like me for sleek hardware, you're definitely going to want to have this.